Hey everyone, welcome back to what will be the last episode, for me at least, on this server. This is the Enigma server. Get the server right, Kian, come on. You've been here long enough, you know what you're doing. Because. That's a bit of a complicated question, and I'm not going to answer it in full. If you want to hear more details on why we're resetting, kind of early-ish, the other Enigmites will probably have better explanations in their videos, so I recommend you go check them out. In short, though, the world is corrupted, and it makes loading things a pain, recording things with multiple people a pain. It's just overall a bit of a pain. So we've decided to cut this season a little bit short. Anyways, you don't want to hear me flaffle on about boring stuff like that. Let's talk about what I've done over here, because last time you saw this area, it was just the rocket ship and a bit of a silo. You see, it's got a long story, and I wasn't originally going to ever expand this area until my Secret Santa, KingElffe, whose gifts I spent at the beginning of this episode here, built this lovely snowman with the gift inside. And I thought, you know what, this snowman is out on his own, looks kind of odd sitting there. I figured it might enjoy a bit of a shelter, so I built that, and then I thought, hey, you know what, I might as well just commit to a small little base here, and since the season's ending, I don't really have too much to my name. I figured, why not just finish off on a little bit of a strong note here. And yeah, I rushed it. There are some things I would probably do differently. I mean, I would like to expand it a little bit more and maybe focus a little bit harder on details. I know I overdid the redstone torches quite a lot here, but I'm happy with it. And here's the view from back here. It's not that special. There are some things I would improve on, but overall I'm pretty happy with it. Now, you might be thinking, Kian, if you're done your build, why are you still here? Because I've got some other objectives, of course. Two of those, actually. I want to help finish some bases, particularly KingElffe's. We'll probably be getting together in a little bit to finish off this section, if it would load. Thank you, there we go. And I want to go check out the interior building contest I set up a few videos ago. And it's been quite a while, and while not all of the houses are done, most of them are, and I would love to make a little verdict and dispense a prize, even though it's kind of useless at this point in the season. We're finishing off, no one really has any purpose for that stuff anymore. It might be nice to make someone's day right at the end, you know? So we're gonna do those in undetermined order. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm just recording this on a night. I've got a weekend after this in which I will not record, so hopefully we'll have everything sorted out by then. Wow, certainly is a big mess here since I was last on this little plateau in the desert. And yeah, I'm going to clean it up in a bit, but that's not the point right now, because of course I'm here to judge the builds. Now, not all of these builds are finished. As you can tell behind me, Aaron, this was Aaron's house. He isn't finished yet. He says he might, and if he does, I will come back, but we will disregard this for now and just look at the finished ones. This brick one over here isn't finished either, so we won't pay attention to that, but I'm happy to say that the rest of the houses are done. Alright, so without further ado, let's go through these houses together in brief detail, and I'll tell you all about things I like and things I might improve on if I were given the chance. Let's start here with Teak. This is Teak's house. Where's his mailbox? There's his mailbox right here. It says Teak. The thing I really like about Teak's house is the loft. That's my favorite feature. Just these sorts of staircases, they're always really nice in real life and in Minecraft, and they're nice and easy too, and it's easy to get lost with complexities in staircases a lot of the time, so this helps out a lot. I also really appreciate his armor stand detailing, such as with the pillow on the couch here, or the water bottle on here, or the cooking pork chop on the stove, or that, for example. It's really nice and thoughtful, and it helps fill the space without, well, filling the space too much, you know? It's not overly crowded. I can jump around, I can be happy, and do my thing. Going up here, he's definitely splurged on lamps, that's for certain, and there's some more armor stand detail, and the garage with a little bit more detailing. Now for the things that I would improve on. There isn't actually that much. There are some pretty basic details like these stairs being floating on a window. Not really sure what's up with that, and the fact that this pillar doesn't actually meet up with the balcony at all, or not the balcony, the loft. I also am a little bit put off by the color of this wood. Now, I see what he was trying to do. He was trying to make it nice and pop, you know, nice and pop. It was trying to make it pop, and it works to an extent. However, I don't think there's enough of it. He didn't really commit to it, and that's where I feel it loses some of its appeal and just stands out like a weird, blue colored pillar in the middle of an orange and brown room. If he had, say for example, detailed one wall with that, maybe had a fixture in another part of the building that also represented this color and sort of expanded on it and maybe made it a little more deliberate, it probably would have worked better in my opinion. I also am not sure what he was doing with the ceiling. I get that there probably wasn't very much room, however, having a ceiling that is the same as the outside roof is always going to be a little bit awkward, so there's that as well. And that was Teek's house. Nice effort, Teek. I like it. One thing I did forget to mention is I'm not going to give any sort of rating for these houses. To be honest, ratings are kind of silly in my opinion, out of 10. That's just counterintuitive. It's not really all that constructive. So I don't enjoy giving them. I'd rather give, one-off feedback than a simple rating out of 10. And I know I could do both, but, having a feedback like this and then a rating out of 10, it's kind of redundant, and yeah, the ratings just aren't my thing, so I won't do them. Oh boy, I am forgetful today. I almost forgot about the challenge materials I sent. If you don't remember from my episode, I challenged people to use some of these materials in their builds and they'd get extra recognition from that. Teek didn't really do that. He did his own thing. Alright, moving on to this. This was decorated by Vadrian40. Here's his name on his mailbox there. Now, I've explored this before. He actually finished his house first. It was pretty much done right away. And yeah, he's gone for quite an open concept design. I know I sound kind of like a hipster saying that. I hear that said in jest all the time. So when I try to say it in, a serious manner, it does not sound genuine. But it is genuine in this circumstance. Nice open. And yeah, it works somewhat, although it is a little bit busy. And that's one thing that I'm a little bit lost on this. It's not very true to, the outside of the house, to any sort of practicality, which, is a nice staple for Vad. Vad loves decorating things like that, and I think it's quite charming in its own right, but it doesn't quite work for suburban houses like this. Moving on upstairs, it's the same sort of deal. Same sort of criticism I gave to Teek about the roof, or not the roof, the ceiling, especially since there's more room to fill in a ceiling. I do enjoy these little decorations as well, like these buttons. It's interesting. It's definitely a Vad thing to do, and I enjoyed it a lot. Oh yeah, there's also this cabinet underneath the stairs. I got locked in there once. It was no fun. And Vad actually tried to use some challenge materials. He cheated a little bit and changed the block type from regular basalt to polished basalt, but you know what? A for effort. I like that. That's pretty cool. Nice job, Vad. Next up is this house, which was given to Lilith. Right away you can see she's completely obliterated the garage, which in fact, I'm gonna say is probably the right option. This house is one of the more difficult to decorate, I think, because of its size. So she certainly had a challenge, and I think she did pretty good with it. I did have an explore earlier, but not in too much detail, so let's have a look. Now, right away, you are bombarded with color, and that I'm really fond of. I really enjoy her building that way, because it's always interesting to look at in many different directions. Now you can see right away she's used one of the challenge materials, the ladders, to make a little bit of a plant vine thing, and I think that's really creative. Down here is the sitting room, which is the kitchen, which I think is a really, really clever use of space. I never really thought that players would do a sort of half beneath floor like this. I always assumed they would stay ground level, go underneath or above. So it really impressed me that Lilith did this. On our way up here, we can see another way her style shines, with all these paintings that, in fact, don't look too out of place. It really fits in with sort of the rest of the build, and you can see here she's even gone and placed some bamboo, which, you know what? It fits the build nicely. Of course, the bathroom here, full functionality, and a fancy schmancy bed with a nice view so everyone can see you sleep. Same sort of drawbacks as with Teek and Vad, not filling in the roof, but again, Lilith didn't have as much space as the others to fill in the roof, and you can see she's done a little bit of that here. Ceiling, not roof, my bad, sorry. But there is still this portion here that would probably look better if it was covered up. Another thing I find kind of awkward is this staircase, although given that she had barely any space, I think she did a good job. So overall, I really appreciate the color and depth she put into this, and frankly, amazing use of space. Nice job, Lilith. Uh-oh, I think I might have to postpone my review for the last house. Let's see if we can speedrun this. The server restarts in 2 minutes, so let's go. Okay, so this last house is built by Sarge, and it looks like he's put a little bit of a hole in the ground. I'm gonna have to take that into judgment. Anyways, here's Sarge, and immediately you notice it's very clean. Sarge has this immaculate modern style that I haven't seen much anywhere else. You know when you walk into a hotel room that is, you know, pretty new and everything is nice and clean and polished? This is the feeling I get when in Ambrose's house. This kitchen is probably my favorite feature of his, and you can see he's gone and used this orange glazed terracotta in quite a creative way. You know, it looks like modern art. It looks at home in here, which is incredibly difficult, especially in this house. This is probably one of the more interesting styles. It was the first house I built, so it's nice that he was able to use, you know, a garish block like this effectively. Another thing I really enjoy about Sarge's design is the way he uses glass panes. It's so clean and modern in here that it's almost odd that he chooses to use glass panes in this sort of mishmash, spitter-spatter, I can't think of the word right now, pattern. But it works. It works, and it is interesting. It makes it not just this flat wall, both flat in color and flat in, well, flat. It's only flat in flat now. Now, things that I think I would improve on with this house. One of them is just how huge this hallway is compared to the rest of the house. Sarge likes to fill up his builds quite a lot with open space, and while that's fine, it sometimes can bite you in the bum when you're working with a smaller scale house like this. This house isn't very big. None of these houses are when you get to the actual insides. So you have to conserve space quite religiously in order to fit everything in, and this really isn't conserving space. As you can see, there is no bathroom. It's just open, you know, a kitchen and a bedroom, pretty much. On the plus side, though, he does fill up the ceiling, which is awesome. So, I'm very, very fond of this house overall. It's definitely one I would enjoy living in, provided he add a bathroom. Good job, Sarge. And that's it for houses right now. We'll be back here later on to decide the winner, give them their prize, and of course, assess Aaron's house if he gets to building it.
I missed, and I didn't die. Wow.
Where'd you go? Oh, hello. Well, I can do my part now. There you go. Take the intro stick.
Ooh, stick. Intro stick.
Okay,
yeah.
Tell everyone what's going on.
All right, so it is coming up on the end of the season, and well, I have a rather large base here that is fairly incomplete. So I hear you're willing to help some people out.
Yeah, we're gonna speed run the end of the season right here.
Yeah, man. That way, you know, there's at least a few finished pieces on the server, because right now this is very incomplete. The only thing that is complete in this space is the storage room we're standing inside of right now. Yes, and say hi to Doof over there. If you come out here, this is where you start to see how incomplete the base is. Like, I only just put the floor into this base last week. I only built the walls just before Christmas, and well, this is a very empty, large room with no roof. So we're gonna have to put a roof on it, and maybe throw a little interior inside it too, so that doesn't just look like a
stadium.
You know, yeah, stadium. That's a good way to put it. But yeah,
I do admire your farm.
Oh, thank you. This thing has been pumping out iron.
I've noticed. I mean, you gave me some poppies before to, you know, finish my measly little structure over there.
Yeah.
Hardly made a dent at all.
I know, right?
Your base is rather deadly.
And, yeah, some corners of it are.
Maybe we'll fix that?
Yeah, you know, need some torches. But yeah, so we need to finish up this area, and if you look inside these areas here, there's not even a floor inside here, and there's a cat. Give me 1 second. Yeah, just pay no attention to that.
The face of a murderer.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm still wearing the face. I didn't even notice. It's just like second nature to me now. You feeling up to the task?
Yes, I am up to the task.
Sweet, let's do this.
Poor Kian. And there's a spider trying to get me. You didn't see it, but I just saw him climb up the wall, jump, and then disappear. Minecraft is sometimes quite interesting. Like that.
I can probably.
Oh, I missed some! No! Okay, we have a bit of an issue. Issue enough that I'm recording it.
Some things lobbing potions at you.
Yeah, some of your villagers might have been struck by lightning.
Oh no!
Just.
It's funny because those guys were zombie villagers a minute ago.
Huh?
You know what? I kind of want to leave them. They're going to be part of the world download.
Sweet. Okay, have fun exploring that, you viewer at home. What?
Oh, they hit themselves.
Okay, they'll be preoccupied. Okay, I'm going to slide in there. Real smooth. Nope. Herbert, eater of gaming keyboards. Gilbert, crusher of watermelon. Okay, great. I think we are set.
Perfect.
I love how their little noses go up when they drink. So
I know, right? I mean, they got to slip their potion under the nose, right?
Yep.
I never noticed that before you pointed it out. I can't unsee it now.
All right.
Oh, sorry. All right, guys. We have finished up the base. Behind us here, we have a Quinjet custom built by Kian here. Spent a bunch of time last night designing it. But the main thing that we did was up here on the roof. So there's actually a roof now, if you look at it. We've got some helicopter pads, we've got a storage area, and a bunch of little details that Kian's been working on as well. You okay,
I've been pushed off. That murderous reverse guy, he's out for my head, apparently.
Do you want to explain some of the little details that you've thrown around here?
Oh, okay, yeah. So initially we're trying to figure out how to fill this big space, and I thought maybe we'd just build a huge building up. Of course, that takes time. And time is not something we have very much of. So we did a little bit of a compromise on that and instead built sort of a vertical hangar inside which these jets can sit and lift out of. And then we need a spot to put our junk on this yellow square here, and then just a piece of big giant air conditioner room to fill the space. Then over here, we did these today. These are my communications towers. Again, to fill the space, trying to make it not flat, and I think it worked out okay. And then, of course, in the middle, had to fill there something. So I put in some solar panels.
And Kian had the awesome idea, rather than just making a big slab of a roof, to leave the center open and kind of make this a hangar base. And so we didn't have enough time to build the helicarrier bay I wanted over this way. We kind of got a little bit of a compromise here. So this center section has become our landing area. So this, in theory, is supposed to be a roof that retracts. So theoretically, there'd be another piece here. But once again, time is not something we had a lot of, so we didn't build the extra piece under here that would theoretically come and cover this center section. And then we've got our Quinjet in here that, you know, our Avengers can jump in and go off to save the day in.
Discount Quinjet. $1 Quinjet.
Exactly. But yeah, that's pretty much what we've been working on for the past couple days. So, where'd you go? Ah, hi.
Hello.
But yeah, thanks again for coming over and helping. And thank you also to Reverse, Wandel, and Mythically Emmy for also helping out with a bunch of this stuff, because they came over and did a bunch of the grindy work.
And being
and
generally
we got to kill
entertaining.
Emmy a bunch. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was like a good 5 or 6 hours of building. My goodness, that was quite a while. Yeah, it's just me now. You might be wondering why I did not make a time-lapse for it. To be honest with you, I'm kind of lazy. I didn't feel like editing one, so I just let King do it. But yeah, that being said, if you want to see the time-lapse for this definite feat of building, and go check King's episode out. I'll have it linked in the description if it's out by the time this video is out. Also, if you want to see more designs like this, let me know in the comments. I can certainly make a video on how to build this particular one and others if anyone is interested. Anyways, for now, I think we have a certain suburb to revisit. Alright everyone, unfortunately Aaron was not able to complete his house. He just couldn't find the time, which is fine, he's got a lot of other things to worry about. So we're going to pick our winner from the pool of houses I reviewed earlier. And that winner is... Lilith. She's actually online right now, maybe I'll let her know. Is the reaction I like to see. Yeah, so the reason I chose Lilith is because of her use of space. She just managed to fill this house with so many interesting and cool things that I really was super impressed. And this is what made it outshine the others, in my opinion. So, congratulations, Lilith. A victory well deserved. The prize isn't really useful right now, so I'm probably going to do something in the Season 2 world to give to her. Because this prize, I mean, it's not really worth much now that the season is ending, unfortunately. We'll figure something out. Speaking of Season 2, I have some unfortunate news. I won't be participating at all. I might be on the server a little bit to participate in big events, and of course to deliver Lilith's prize, but I will not be making videos. I just have too many other things going on that I don't think trying to invest time into making content for Season 2 is going to be very healthy at all, so I'm going to give myself a little bit of a breather, and hopefully I'll come back in Season 3 stronger than ever. Yes, I do intend to participate in Season 3, don't panic, the 1 or 2 of you who are still watching. And I'll still be creating videos in the meantime, and of course I'll be working on the Vertex server, which has a release date set this year, supposedly. But, you know, I'll leave that mysterious news hanging in the air and won't tell you anything more about it. But you look forward to that. That being said, I do hope you enjoyed this series, and I hope you're looking forward to future ones and other videos on my channel. I quite enjoyed it myself, and I'm still quite saddened that I have to say goodbye for Season 2, but I swear, it's for the best. In any case, thank you very much for watching me through the season if you have, or just this episode if you're new to the series. Take care, and enjoy this last little clip of everyone else celebrating together we recorded a few days ago.
Okay.
Goodbye.
As I look over, he's gone. Thank you all for coming here today, first of all. So glad everyone could make it in their orange jumpsuits. Cool.
You're welcome.
Right.
Sarge,
Hi.
wanna take this bad boy away?
I can.
Go for it.
Just gotta get my YouTube voice on.
Do you guys see this
Here we go.
stage? Because it's all yours.
Thank you. Anyway. Hello, everyone. Well, welcome here. As you all know, this is our Season 1 finale, so thank you to the people who could make it and the people who obviously couldn't. But anyway, yeah, me and Wanda just wanted to get together and kind of shoot off some fireworks and say a huge thank you to everyone for being a part of the community. You'll know who you are, obviously, because, well, we're standing here, I guess. But anyway, Wanda, over to you.
Well, yeah, exactly. As Sarge said, thank you so much for everybody who's here, everybody who is still with us from the start, everybody who has joined us along the way, and everybody who is no longer with us but helped make this possible. I'm not going to do any special shout-outs because that would take way too long and we have way too many people, but I think everybody knows who we mean. I'm really looking forward to Season 2. I hope you all are too. I see King nodding his head. Very nice, like a good boy. Yeah, I can't wait to get that started. So thank you all for being here. Thank you all for this amazing season. I've had a lot of fun, learned a lot, made a lot of friends along the way, and I hope we can keep this going into next season with a much better server and a lot of cool stuff coming. So
Definitely. And I think actually what we should do, we should just take a moment here to say a huge thank you to Mr. Elfie, for obviously for providing the new server along with Ed, one of his very close friends. So thank you, King.
being punched off the stage.
Get slapped. So did anyone want to come up and say a few words? It's a bit of a farewell Enigma SMP Season 1.
Teak is
Okay,
okay. Well, let's
Okay,
take our.
thank you, everyone. I'm glad that I could save your nether. Goodbye.
I didn't catch
Wow.
Yay!
Yay.
Wow.
Bad.
Okay. Time for fireworks.
Time for fireworks.
Yeah, fireworks.
Woo!
Should we wait until nighttime though?
Yes, let's do it.
Maybe
Cut,
we
and
should.
we'll be back in a sec. Cut.
Woo!
Okay. Big brain. Big brain.
Yeah, fireworks in the middle of the day.
Oh, what a nice
Keep
cut.
doing that, Wandel.
Ta-da!
Whoa!
We've went an entire season without cheating, and now here we are. Woo!
What? No, no,
Setting it
Ronald.
right up.
That's just editing while on stream.
Oh yes, of course.
Live editing.
That?
High level content creation there.
Hey, it's just as some people have said, YouTube magic and
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
And
Quote.
Twitch.
YouTube.
Quote
magic.
unquote YouTube. magic.
Yeah.
YouTube.
All right, are we ready for fireworks?
Let's do this.
Go.
Let's
Okay,
go.
everybody ready?
Right.
Sarge, do
Yes.
you want to do the honors?
Do you?
I think what we should do here. Yes. Yes.
Woo!
Look at that.
Goodbye, my bit rate.
Goodbye, frames.
I'm still 80 frames per second. Fuck you guys.
That's okay, I'm going to make my audience through this whole thing. By now,
Yay!
most of them
One
have
less.
stopped watching.
Hooray! Ronald and Serge are married now.
You can kiss.
Where's Sarge? Can you
Kiss the groom.
Right.
But anyway, thank you to everyone for being here. I greatly appreciate it, and I guess we'll all
More fireworks.
Explode.
we'll all see you
Sorry,
in
Tom.
season 2.
Water behind you.
Yay.
Now let's murder King.
What?
No.
Someone took my bow.
Murder him. Smack him.
Can't. What's the
Fully circle.
lag?
Ow, not me.
Woo!
Yeah, I got him! Woo!